Here now, Young Voices contributor Daniel D. Martino. Daniel, good morning to you.
Hey, Steve, good morning.
This is so much money that they're putting into the economy. There are a lot of economists on both sides of the aisle that say we don't need that much. But the White House has made it very clear. They said it's better to go too big than too little, as we have in the past. Do you agree with that?
I do not. I think that what they're doing is not letting the crisis go to waste and trying to pass all their political priorities, like bailing out the blue states that have so much union debt from their public employees that they need to pay back. So if you see what's in this relief bill, supposed relief bill, almost all is going to go to states based on their population, not whether they lost revenue. So states like Florida that are greatly impacted because of the tourism industry are not going to get as much money as they should, while states like California that are collecting more money than before the pandemic are going to get a lot of money. So I don't think this is necessary at all.
Sure. And, you know, we've talked to governors in states that have been running responsibly, they say, and have been more open than, for instance, a lockdown state like where I am right now here in New York, where they will be rewarded for having a high unemployment number. And so that a third of $1 trillion for state and local government, a lot of people say that's just too much for a lot of states that don't need it. But you understand these issues completely, because not only are you now seeking a PhD in economics at Columbia, but you came from a country, Venezuela, you were last there 4 years ago, which incurred a lot of debt, and now it's just a mess down there.
Yeah, look, the reason I started studying economics was because I saw in real time how terrible government policy, how socialist policy destroyed the life around me. I couldn't fit enough cash in my wallet to pay for an empanada in my school. And so I lived in an economic experiment, like in an economics textbook. And so that's what pushed me to do what I do today. And what I see now in this bill is that we have so much money that people are not asking how it's being spent. Schools are going to be given over $2,500 per public school student in the United States under the COVID relief bill.
Right.
Do you think students are going to feel $2,500? Why don't you just give the students $2,500?
You're right.
If that's what you want. But no, because the money is going to go to the unions and it's going to go to the politically connected. This is not what current children should be bearing the burden in the future of. And that's what's going to happen, because somebody's going to pay the debt.
One other thing we noticed about what's going on in Venezuela right now, you know, the unit of currency down there is the bolivar, and they're going to start printing 1 million bolivar bills. And a 1 million bolivar bill is worth about 50 cents. And that's why most of the people in Venezuela, and there you can see it on the screen to the right, that's why most people in Venezuela, if they can, you know, they'll hand each other foreign currency like US dollars and things like that, something of actual value.
That's right. Look, I remember when I was a kid that they all constantly got new bills, and people eventually got tired, and that's why they're using US dollars, and that's the best thing. Unfortunately, there's not enough US dollars in cash in the country to fulfill the needs of the economy. But I've talked with my friends in Venezuela, and they tell me that the 1 million bolivar bill is not enough to buy even 8 ounces of meat. It's nothing. And so eventually you have to understand that if you keep printing money to pay for government spending, there's going to be inflation. I don't think we're going to head there in the United States yet because we have an independent Federal Reserve. But if the Democrats could, we know they would. So we just can't let them. And we have to be fiscally responsible here so that we never go the way of Venezuela.
All right. Daniel D. Martino from Venezuela.